G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and this is the last of the Transformers Yolopart mini-series model kits, and I know exactly who is in this box. Because, as I'd said at the start, I was aware of what characters I had. I had one of each. I didn't get any dupes. So, considering what I've got in here, I was quite surprised. Now, I want to do a little bit of interactivity with you. So, let me show you this. We have 4 characters here. We have 4 characters here. Now, we have Optimus, we have Bumblebee, we have Grimlock. We have Megatron, we have Starscream, and we have Soundwave. What we don't have is a Nemesis Prime or a Skywarp. Now, Skywarp has a 1 of 30, and Nemesis Prime has a 1 of 60. I have one of those too. And just for a little bit of fun, before you watch this video, I want you to pause it in a moment, and I want you to write in the comments who you think it was. And then after the reveal, we'll see if you were correct or not. Now, no cheating. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It's all a bit of fun. I have the character next to me. I have both of those in my Masterpiece collection, so it could be either of them. But, like I said, pause the video, put in the comments, who do you think it is? Is it Skywarp or is it Nemesis Prime? I have one. It's one of the two. I will be honest, it is one of those two. But yeah, leave a comment. See if you can guess who it is. And then unpause this video and we'll begin. I'll give you a couple of moments. So here we go. Right. Hopefully someone left some comments in the comment section. Otherwise, this has been pretty pointless. Anyway, let's get down to who it is. So I've yet to decide if I'm actually going to keep all these boxes either. So, of course, we have our instructions and that, which we won't need. And who is it? If he actually wants to come out of his bag. Christ, this has been the worst reveal of the lot of them. There we go. We have Rare Skywarp. So those of you who got it correct, congratulations, well done. You can give yourself a pat on the back. Now, does that mean that my collecting for this is finished, that I'm not getting Nemesis Prime? That is correct. Unless I can 100% know without busting bags open and defacing products by checking them before walking out the store door, which I do not agree with. No, I will not be getting a Nemesis Prime unless I know for a fact that it is a Nemesis Prime, and I'm not going to get on the secondary market and go hunting for one. So maybe one day I might find him. Highly doubt it, but it is what it is. And we have a Skywarp, which, considering if they do a series 2 of these, I hope they do, because now I need a Thundercracker. So let's start with our legs as we have been. Obviously finding out which way is which. So that's our right. That's our left. Find our feet. It is a nice metallic sheen. Starscream doesn't have it. He's very plain. But in saying that, this is meant to be a rare. So that might be a reason. So 1 foot. And there's the other. Do we have our details? We do not have our details on either foot this time. That's nice. That's good to know. Alright, so doesn't matter which one we put on which. So nice and tight push. Nice and tight push. And I somehow got them the wrong way around, but it doesn't matter. Alright, we take our crutch plate. Obviously, we need the orange at the front, otherwise the cockpit's going to look very odd. nice, and that hasn't gone on all the way. I can feel it. There it is. There we are. All right, we might as well do the arms and that first. We have a head. We have shoulders. Do I want a relatively clean, or do I want a slight notch? I think I went relatively clean with Starscream, so we'll do the same thing here. Gotcha. Do the same one here. My left hand is not as strong. There we go. Figure out where our outer arm is. Really think it matters, honestly. As long as the biceps facing forward, that's all that matters. So that can go on there. Well, that's tight. Not a bad thing, but it's tight. Make sure my biceps the right way around. So I'm trying to press on his back, but it's probably not where I should be pressing. So I don't want to put my hands anywhere near those wings because I know I'll snap in half, and there will go this video. All right, so we'll stick his head on there. Lovely white face. Lovely white face for Skywarp. And very tight neck joint for Skywarp. Especially with those shoulders in the way. Plug our torso in. Just give his crotch a little push just to make sure. Alright, we have the null rays. And once again, we can't do an over the shoulder look. But, oh well, such is life and all that. So I can go on there. And that one can go on there. And I think I'm going to go with somewhat similar pose to what I've got his masterpiece in. So we'll take that one. And I think I'll go with an open hand for the other one. And thank you, Motorcycle Man. Or woman, whichever it is. I obviously can't see. So there's Skywarp. He looks pretty damn good. I'll put all these excess hands. The hands are all the same. So I'm going to have a nice collection of hands everywhere now. So we don't need the tray anymore. But yeah, he's coming through really nice, which considering the fact that usually Skywarp, because of the color of the blue of him, the lavender, doesn't usually come through purple. It usually comes through blue. So it's a very, very nice change, all things considered. I can't quite do the exact pose that his masterpiece is in, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, he looks nice. I like that white face. I really do. I had to double check to see if he even had a mouth. Although that head is still stupid tight. So there we go. So let's get down to articulation. I will say it can do a full 360. It can look up, it can look down, and it can go side to side, except that, like I said, that's really tight. Can't do a full 360 at the shoulder because the wing's in the way. We do get up this far. We get very tight upper bicep rotation. We get elbow bend to get you that far. There's no inbuilt gimmick to allow him to hold his null rating differently. We do have waist rotation. Legs go up that far. Go back that far. Go out that far as long as you're not accidentally clipping his wing. Now we do have the ball joint at the hip, which we attach to, so that goes backwards and forwards. We do have the upper thigh mushroom peg. At least I'm going to assume it's mushroom. Being my pie and going by the way it looks in. You know what I've done? Let me fix this for a second. I can't believe I did that. And to those of you who do not send your mental notifications to my brain, shame on you. You should have done that somehow. I can't believe I put his thrusters on the wrong way in front of his... Oh, boy. Well, it would have been more interesting if I'd tried to got to the knee first. Thankfully, I got to the ball peg first, the mushroom peg. But leg does go back that far. Oh, Jesus Christ. Foot goes in that far, goes out that far, goes up that far, goes down that far. So yeah, nicely articulated, especially when I have his legs the right way around. So let's see if I can do this pose. I'm going to have fun trying to angle his head later. So that's basically how my masterpiece is. Yeah. Oh, screw that head. It can stay how it is. Unfortunately, I can't get the null rate where I want it, because it is what it is. All right, so let's get down to size comparisons. Let's do the Autobots first, and then we will do the Decepticons again. Otherwise, it's going to be weird. So I'm just going to lift that up and drop the camera a bit so we can actually get a proper size comparison. So here he is with Optimus, which I think one of the kids has actually turned his head. He should be looking this way. There he is with Grimlock. And there he is with Bumblebee. So, yeah, pretty nice. Get all these guys off without knocking him over. Here he is with... I'm trying to figure out how to position him exactly. There he is with Megatron, Starscream, and just play him over a little bit. Just swear I line them up the worst way. And Soundwave. And just for comparison, have a quick, just a little closer look at the two of them. So as you can see, Starscream's got the grey face, which is Starscream. Skywarp's feet are a little bit more picked out. Same details there. He's a bit more of a metallic sheen than Starscream is. Starscream's is pretty much just flat colors, which in hindsight, looking at Megatron and Optimus, is pretty much similar. But considering this guy is supposed to be a rare, I suppose that kind of makes sense, I guess. So there we go. For the funnies, there he is with MP10. So judging from that, he's coming just up to Prime's crutch. And of course, this is where my phone decides that purple is blue. Here he is with Make Toys Skywarp. I need to pull them back a little bit more unless I'm going to lift it. Also noticing my feet aren't actually touching the ground, mostly. Excuse me. Lift the camera up a little bit. Try to make this look at least a little bit more decent. So we're kind of getting the purple through, kind of, the lavender. So yeah, there he is with Make Toys Lightning. Because Stormcrow was Thundercracker. So yeah, looks pretty good. Pose is very similar. Obviously, I can't get that null ray at the front there, but it is what it is. Also, he doesn't have the white face. He has the silver one that came with Make Toys Lightning. Not not lightning, meteor, which is their Starscream. So there we go. So that's it. 6 for 6. Like I said, I'm not going to go hunting for Nemesis Prime as much as I'd love to have completed the entire collection. I don't feel like buying another set of 6 figures to see if one of them isn't a duplicate and his Nemesis. Although one of my nephews would absolutely love that because he wants more of them. So best of luck to him. Maybe one day I'll buy it, just see if there's actually a Nemesis. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. Apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.